The old iron gates creaked. We entered Hollow Manor's grounds. The air grew cold. Our breath hung like fog. The manor loomed, dark and imposing. We were here to confront the unknown. The team was quiet. We felt a heavy presence. This place had a story to tell, a story of sadness and fear. We were a team of paranormal investigators. Each of us had our own reasons for being here, driven by curiosity, a thirst for adventure, or a desire to uncover the unknown, each with our own skills. Some of us were seasoned veterans, having spent years chasing shadows and whispers, while others were newcomers, eager to experience the thrill of the hunt for the first time. Cameras, EMF readers, and audio recorders were our tools. We relied on these devices to capture evidence of the supernatural, to prove that there was more to this world than what meets the eye. Some were skeptical, questioning every noise and shadow, while others were firm believers, convinced that spirits walked among us, all here for the truth. We were united by a common goal, to uncover the mysteries hidden within the walls of this old manor. The air was thick with anticipation, and we could feel the weight of history pressing down on us.
The manor was silent. Too silent. It was as if the very walls were holding their breath, waiting for something to happen. The silence was almost deafening, amplifying every creak and groan of the old building.
We set up our equipment. The tension was thick. Every movement seemed to echo through the empty halls, and we couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. The manor had a way of making you feel small, insignificant, as if you were just a tiny part of a much larger story. We were ready to listen to the whispers of the past. We knew that the manor held secrets, and we were determined to uncover them. As we waited in the dark, our senses heightened, we couldn't help but wonder what we would find. Would we encounter restless spirits, or would the manor remain silent, its secrets hidden for another night? Only time would tell.
The first hour was quiet, then a floorboard creaked above, footsteps heavy and slow. We all heard it, our eyes met. The skepticism began to fade.
A cold spot, right in the center of the room.
The temperature plummeted. Our breath became visible again.
Something was here with us.
We found an old diary. It was hidden away, forgotten by time, resting on a dusty wooden table. The cover was worn, the pages yellowed with age, and the air around it seemed to whisper secrets of the past, hidden in a secret compartment. The pages were brittle. The ink faded. This diary had been carefully concealed, perhaps to protect its contents from prying eyes. The words, though faint, still held the power to transport us back to a time long gone. The words told a tragic tale, a family torn apart, a love betrayed, a life unjustly taken. Each entry revealed more about the heartache and despair that had once filled this home. The diary was a window into the soul of its author, a person who had experienced profound sorrow. The diary spoke of a hidden room, a place of sorrow. This room, shrouded in mystery, was said to hold the key to understanding the events that had transpired. It was a place where secrets were kept and where the past refused to be forgotten. We had to find it. Our curiosity was piqued, and we knew that uncovering this hidden room would bring us closer to the truth. The mansion, with its eerie atmosphere and haunting presence, seemed to beckon us forward, urging us to uncover its secrets, to understand the pain that lingered within these walls. The mansion was more than just a building. It was a repository of memories, both joyful and sorrowful. As we explored its darkened corridors and creaking floors, we could feel the weight of the past pressing down on us. The air was thick with the echoes of lives once lived, and the sense of loss was palpable. Each step we took brought us closer to the hidden room, and with it, the hope of unraveling the tragic story that had been buried for so long. The journey was not just about uncovering the physical space, but also about connecting with the emotions and experiences of those who had come before us. In the end, we hoped to bring closure to a chapter that had remained open for far too long.
We found the hidden room.
Behind a dusty tapestry.
The air was heavy, the smell of decay lingered.
And then we saw her, a ghostly figure, standing in the shadows.
She was crying, her voice a mournful whisper.
She spoke of betrayal, of a broken heart.
We listened. We were witnesses to her pain.
Breaking the chains. A ritual of release. It was a night unlike any other, filled with an eerie sense of purpose. We gathered in the old mansion, a place long abandoned and shrouded in mystery. The air was thick with anticipation, and the walls seemed to whisper secrets of the past.
We knew what we had to do. Each of us had a role to play, and we were determined to see it through. The haunted house had been the site of many unexplained occurrences, and we believed that a restless spirit was the cause. Our mission was to help her find peace and release her from the chains that bound her to this world.
Help her find peace. It was a daunting task, but we were united in our resolve. We had spent weeks preparing for this moment, studying ancient texts and gathering the necessary items for the ritual. The haunted mansion was a place of sorrow, and we could feel the weight of the spirit's anguish pressing down on us.
We performed a ritual. The circle was drawn and the candles were lit. Each of us took our place, holding hands and closing our eyes. The words of the incantation flowed from our lips, a melody of hope and release. The air around us seemed to hum with energy, and we could feel the presence of the spirit growing stronger.
Words spoken with sincerity. Every word carried the weight of our intentions, and we could feel the spirit responding. The candles flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The room seemed to come alive with a presence that was both unsettling and comforting. We knew we were not alone.
Candles flickered, the air grew lighter. As the ritual progressed, we could feel a change in the atmosphere. The oppressive weight that had filled the room began to lift, and a sense of calm washed over us. The spirit was listening, and we were making progress. The ghostly figure began to fade. Slowly, the mist that had enveloped the room began to dissipate. The spirit's form became less distinct, and we could see her features softening. It was as if she was finally finding the peace she had longed for. With each passing moment, she grew fainter, until she was barely a whisper in the air. With a sigh, she was gone. The final moments were both beautiful and heartbreaking. The spirit let out a soft sigh, a sound filled with relief and gratitude. And then, she was gone. The room fell silent, and we were left standing in the dim light of the candles, feeling the weight of what we had just witnessed.
The room felt different. The weight lifted. The oppressive atmosphere that had once filled the mansion was gone, replaced by a sense of tranquility. We could feel the difference in the air, and it was as if the very walls of the house had been cleansed. The spirit had found her peace, and in doing so, had left us with a profound sense of accomplishment.
We had helped her move on. The realization of what we had achieved began to sink in. We had come together, united by a common goal, and had succeeded in helping a lost soul find her way. It was a moment of triumph, but also one of reflection. The experience had changed us, and we knew we would never be the same. But the experience stayed with us. As we left the haunted mansion, we couldn't help but look back one last time. The old house, once a place of sorrow and despair, now stood as a testament to the power of compassion and unity. The experience had left an indelible mark on our hearts, and we knew that we would carry the memory of that night with us forever. We packed up our equipment. The manor was silent again, but it felt different now, peaceful. We had faced the unknown, and in doing so, found a piece of ourselves. The experience left its mark, a newfound respect for the spirit world, a reminder that some wounds run deeper than we can imagine. We left Hollow Manor forever changed. The line between skeptic and believer blurred. We had witnessed the power of the paranormal, and the importance of finding peace. The experience taught us that some stories need to be told. Some wounds need to be healed, even if it means confronting our deepest fears. Hollow Manor stands still, a testament to a tragic past, but now it also holds a sense of peace. The spirits are at rest, their story told, their pain acknowledged. We left a part of ourselves within those walls, and took a piece of Hollow Manor with us, a reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved.